Good morning. I want to quickly drop this video because we are very close to the end of this wave, and we are going to have a correction. The patience that you have endured right from the top to the end here, now you now have to wait just a little more. I think in the matter of a day or two, we should be ending it, and we should be seeing at least ABC correction to the upside. When a wave starts in its movement, you never can tell what it's going to give you. And so that is exactly what we all do when we think it's a corrective wave, A and a B, and we are seeing a C leg because we have been in an uptrend. So when they make a move contrary to that, you have to look at the whole wave and the whole structure to align yourself and realign yourself that this is the possible things or scenario. So you wouldn't have thought that it's going to go all the way down to this level until you get to a particular, the middle of it. Then you're now you're seeing a clear pattern of the wave as it's traveling down. Now, yes, we had seen this wave up to this level. You may be telling yourself, okay, it's going down. Let me just join here. Or when I say a pullback, let me just continue to go down. By the time you are making a move to now join, it might be late. So the ideal thing to do, because now you are saying that we pick entry, the entry changes, we give you stop loss, it changes, and we give you TP, which also changes. All these things will happen when we are not seeing quite well, or having a good, okay, this is the structure that is in play. And structure wave can do a whole lot of tricky things in the middle, and which you have to quickly align yourself. And so one of the best things to do when you are trading is, if you're able to get in from the particular top, and it's working well, then the only thing is just to move your stop loss. You can change your TP level, because in as much as you don't know that it's going to go all the way down, that's the way it's going to go, just be moving down until you see signs that, okay, this thing is going to burn out. Then you change your TP level from the origin. Yeah, in the middle, of course, you can be picking trades based on what you know about retracement or correction. And that is why you have to wait. If a wave had gone ahead or beyond you, you don't chase it, you wait for it to correct. And when you see signs of correction that is not breaking the structure, then you can join from there and begin to go. So, and in the middle, of course, one can be taking piecemeal, shorts and exit and short and exit and all of that. But at this point, it is not advisable for anybody to sell. It is not advisable at all for anybody to sell. Now, before I proceed again, wave count is one of the things that gives people problem. You don't know, okay, how do we go about this wave count? How is it possible that if you are counting in a particular direction and you are looking at the alternative count, it's also making sense? It's going to make sense because it's wave pattern. And that is why the fib levels are very important. You must have a good grasp of the fib relations of this wave pattern and where it changes, how tricky it can get. And over time with experience, you now understand, okay, okay, then you get it clear. Now, let's leave corrective pattern for now. Let's look at this wave, which is a motive wave now. So the way it is counted on the micro time frame, that is the way also it is counted, right from the 5 minutes to the 15 minutes to the 1 hour to the 4 hour to the daily to the weekly to the monthly. That is the way we are going to count. But what makes us gives us more, clarity most of the time is that when you are dealing with the 15 minutes or lower time frame, know that you are just dealing with that time frame at that, because that is not going to give you a message at all. But the larger pictures will be more obvious on the 4-hour time frame. So counting the fractional legs of a wave, yes, you can do that, and you have to look at the whole wave again on the 4-hour time frame. So how do we count? When we count wave 1, which is wave 1, which has to run 5 waves. We count wave 2, which has to run 3 legs, A, B, C. This is on the 4-hour time frame. This leg of A, if you are looking at it on the smaller time frame, it will be interesting. It's going to get complex because it might also be running ABC in this leg, entire leg, before you run it down here, before you see it here. So, but on the 4-hour, it becomes more clear. So, but for now, this is 1 and a 2. When you finish 1 and a 2, we go to 3, and 3 is the longest. So you're going to do a 3-1 and a 3-2. That is the way we count, a 3-1 and a 3-2. Then the 3-3 is the biggest, which you have to count. And how does it end? Inside this of a 3-3, because yes, inside of these 3, so we count that a 3-1 and a 3-2. Then we come down to a 3-3, which is this one, when we do a 3-4. So when you see this is a 3-1, a 3-2, a 3-3, a 3-4. A 3-4 with the 3-2 will also correspond with the fib agreement that we expect between the major 2 and a major 4, which is it must not go beyond 38.440. So you must also know that when you see that this is a 3-2 and this is a 3-4, it should agree. Okay, so then after a 3-4, then we now go to the last part of 3, which is a 3-5 that will run also in 5 waves. Now all these things are going to run in 5 waves, those motive waves, which means your 1 will run in 5 waves, your 2 will run ABC, your 3-1 will run in 5 waves, 3-2 will run ABC, your 3-3 will run in 5 waves, 3-4 will run ABC, and your 3-5 also will run in 5 waves. Now, one thing that we can see that, it's obvious from here is that you will see that somewhere here, when you look at your 1, the 5th wave does not actually end in a truncation. It ends in an extension, which you're going to, if you look at, you can go and backtest that on the lower time frame. It runs an extension. Now, when we got to a 3-1, 3-1 also projected, the 5th wave also projected slightly downward of a 3-1. When we got to 3-3, 3-3 runs in a truncation, ran in a truncation. The fifth wave ran in a truncation before we do a 3-5. When we got to 3-5, you know, a fourth, 3-3, 3-4. Then we got a 3-5. It's also run in a truncation. Now, 3-5 running in a truncation, we now did a major 4. A major 4 that was going to agree from here to here for a major 4. Now, anybody could have said, okay, you could just end this in the truncation, which is the usual pattern. But again, they had to do what? To extend it. They are extending this now beyond to run the last part of what? 5. Now, because we are doing the last part of 5 on this time frame now, we saw 5-1 and a 5-2. So we've done a 5-1 and a 5-2, and here we've done a 5-3. So recently, we're looking at the possibility of this one getting truncated at a 5-3 and going down. So we had a 5-4. So we now believe that this is the last part of 5. We've done a 5-4, we are now doing a 5-5. And just like I told you, that this one is going to run a 5-1 running in 5 waves, 5-2 in 3 waves, 5-3 also ran in 5 waves, 5-4 in 3 waves, and the last one also is going to run in 5 waves. And that is what we're going to look at and see where it's going to end on that time frame. Now, let me now go to the 1 hour time frame. Going into the 1 hour time frame. So far, we started from here again. On the 1 hour time frame, what can you see? Inside of the 1, the first, okay, is that the first week? Let me see. Am I at the end of it? Yes. Yeah. It started from here. Inside of that, you start from here. So we can see 1 and a 2, which is a return. A 3 here, and if let me try and so that you can see what we are counting. Now, a 1 and a 2, and if you go down on the smaller time frame, you will see a 3-1, a 3-2, a 3-3, a 3-4, and a 3-5, and a 4 and a 5. So it's, you might not be able to see it here. I will show you on the current wave, but the one ended here to do A, B, and a C. And after that, we have had a 3-1 that ran also in 5 waves. A 1 and a 2, a 3-1, a 3, inside of that 3-1, inside of that, 3-1, it's also running, very complex wave of a 1 and a 2, then, a 3-1 and a 2, a 2. So this is, it's going to get messed up if I begin to now use 3-1 and 3-2. So, but that is the way it is really, 1 and a 2. Then we now begin to see the first part of a 3, which is the first 1 and a 2, and the 3-3 of that part, and the 4 and the 5. So and the 4 and the 5, then to now do the last part of 3, which is 1 and 2, and 3-3, 3-4, and a 5 to finish that, and that ended 3-1, and we had the 3-2 here. So inside of a 3-2, after the 3-2, we add this to this one to the downside as a 1 and a 2, and we now begin to go down to do correction. Is the longest one, and we add a 3-3, then the 4, then the last part of 3-5, a 1 and a 2, and a 4, a 5. Then the last part of 5, of course, you can see how it went 4 here and 5 truncated, 4 and a 5 truncated. 3, 3, 3, 4, and 3, 5. Then we now had a 4 here. We had a 4. Then this is the last one, which is the 5th wave now. And a 1 and a 2. And, a 3, 3, a 3, 4, a 3, 3, no, a 3, 3, 3, 4, and 5 to end the 5 of that 3. And we now had the 4th of the 5 wave, and we're going to do the last wave now. Let me bring the drawing. I'm going to bring this drawing for you to show you where we were. Now, when we add this was wave 3, which is the major, and which got truncated at the base. Actually, the whole wave could have ended here also. It could have just gone here, do a 4, come here, finish it, truncate, and go off. But now we have seen wave moved down by close to like 45 pips to 3. The 3 or 5 had gone 45 pips below the major 3. Yeah, I think it's about 45 pips. Let's see. From here down to this level, no, about 50 pips now. That's gone about 50 pips below it. Now, when we begin to see this kind of a pattern, it does not show a truncation of the whole wave. So, which means that it's giving us a format of what we call as a leading diagonal, that it's kind of telling us that we still have more leg to go in when we finish this cycle. We're going to go and do an ABC and turn more down. That is what sense is given, but at the same time, it's given that sense, we still have to prove it. Now, when we add this move, I told us that there's a level in which we say, okay, completely, we are, going up. This is the level where we touched. In fact, we broke 38 somewhere here. Yes, we broke 38.40 somewhere here. The price went above it. This is 50 retracement. From here, this is 50. We broke 50, and that still makes it 4. Interesting, right? Because we know when you are doing a corrective that could be overlap between 1 and 5. So, and we must actually 1 and 4, and this is 1 here. You can see that it has overlapped here. And when we are seeing this overlap, it's most likely that we are really getting to the end of that wave. And that's why we see the overlap, and we are coming to this particular black trend resistance. So, and that is the sign that we are picking. If you look at the first one, there is no overlap between 4 and 1 here, which means that, okay, it's actually in a very remote form. But now, towards the tail end, we're now beginning to see that overlap that is burning out, even the 4th wave here didn't even give an overlap to this, to the one of these. You can see, even it's given, inside of a 3 itself, this is 1 of 3 and a 2 of 3. It didn't even give an overlap. You can see 4 of 3 and 1 of 3 clearly up. So it didn't give an overlap. But now we're now seeing the overlap for the first time, that also it's giving us a picture or sending a message that we are getting to the end. And of course, we couldn't have said, okay, we are completely out of here until we break here. So, but we didn't break this trend line, created by between 1 and 2 here. So we are getting to the end of it. So this is wave 5. We've done 1 and we've done 2. We've done 3 and we've done 4. So we are in the last leg of 5. Now that we're in the last leg of 5, we saw this move yesterday. We saw this move. This was quite kind of interesting here. What this thing has done. It is after he has done it that you now see it clearly. You know, they did for the first part of this, they did a this is what they do. They did here now. For the first part of it, they did. It's in 3 parts really. In 3 parts. So this wave is in 3 parts. ABC in 3 parts. So they first did a flat, which is A and a B and a C to finish that in a flat. They now did the B wave in the middle. After, and because they finished this, they did an X. This should be an S. They now went up to do A, B, and a C to finish the middle wave here. Then run this one as an X again. And they now went up to do the last 5 waves. This is actually 5 waves now. From here, 1 and a 2 up to 5 to finish this. So that's what happened. So a flat, another flat in the middle, and a motive wave of 5, which is C, to finish the C leg. So if we're going to now, this will now look at like a C here, and this will be like, this is where the B ends. This is the low of the B ends here, and this is A leg here. So this is 4 of that 3. We have the A, B, C of that 3 to have the 5th wave of 3, 3. So, and we have done, oh sorry, 5, 3. Then we have done the 4th now. So which is A, B, and a C. So we are doing this wave. So this is where I want us to pay attention to know what is happening here. So we are done with the first wave 1 of 5. We are correcting wave 2. How do I mean? This wave 1 also ran in 5 waves. Now, looking at this 1 hour time frame, you won't see 5 waves. You think it's just a movement to the downside, but it's actually 5 waves. Okay, and if you go to 30 minutes time frame, so 30 minutes time frame, you see 3 waves. Then you now begin to say, oh, it's a zigzag. But it actually is a 5 waves. If you come down here, you say, okay, this is A, B, C. It can be anything to you, but it's actually a 5 waves. Now, if you go to 15 minutes time frame, does it look like a 5 wave? Yeah, it looks like a 5 wave here. It looks like a 5 wave here that not quite, yes. You won't even see it better. But this is like 1, 2. Okay, this is a 1 and a 2. Then we now did a 3, 1 and a 3, 2. Okay, after doing a 3, 1 and a 3, 2, you won't see the part of the 3, 3 where it did 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4 and a 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4 and to now truncate it. So let's go to 5 minutes. So if you're going to see that now, inside of your 5 minutes, then we can see that clearly that it is a 1 and a 2, and we add here an ABC to finish a 3, 3, 1 and a 3, 3, 2. Then the 3, 3 here, the 4th wave, and to end here, then we now add a 4 and a 5 to truncate the last of 5 here. So a truncation. So if I bring my drawing on the 5 minutes, that's when you get to see the way it has played out. So It played out as a 1 and a 2 on the 5 minutes time frame, a 1 and a 2, a 3-1 and a 3-2, and from the 3-2, you begin to see a 1 and a 2, also a 1 and a 2 of that 3, to 3-3, and the 3 of it, the 4 of it, and to finish the 3-3 here. 3-3, the third wave is finished here. We have the fourth wave and the fifth wave, and this ends in a truncation. So we are finished with 1 completely. We are now doing with wave 2. Let me now go back to 15 minutes time frame. So we believe that we have finished this wave 1, and we are inside of wave 2, and of course, it's going to run also in 3 waves. So we are seeing an A, we are seeing an A, we are going to see a B, we're going to see a C higher up. Now, that leg going higher up will tell you if it indeed goes higher up, tells you that that is where wave 2 will end. Now, if it does not go higher up and it ends here, it's good enough for this correction anyway. It's good enough for this correction anyway, because this is beyond 61.8 retracement. I want to be as, okay, it's beyond 50 retracement, not up to 61.8. So it's good for 2. But the pattern I want you to see this pattern. Let's go to the 4 minutes time frame, so 4 hours time frame. Now, look at this pattern here. When we had 1 and a 2, we came down after finishing a 2 to do a 1 of 3 and a 2 of 3, which is lower. Now, what I'm trying to pitch here is that we can have a scenario where we still see a 3-1 in that of 5 and a 2 of that 3-1. So 5-3-1, 5-3-2. But 5-3-1 is going to push lower than the main 1, and 5-3-2 is going to pull lower than the main 2. Now, so let's now bring that to that idea here. So if this should go up higher, which is potentially can reach this place, so far it does not break this place, and all these levels can also change over time. Now, so far it does not break this between here and here, so it means that it is major 2 that we are finished, and we are not going to come down, trust the first one down as what? As a 3-1, then a 3-2, then after that 3-1 and a 3-2, then we can now begin to now say, okay, this is where most likely a 5-3-3, 4 and 5 will end. Now, when we see up with 3 of that 5 completely, then at the base of that wave 3, it's where we can actually begin to plan our entry. Then we'll know how low that will be, because the 3-4 of it and 5-3-4, so 5-4, yes, the last 5-4, which is in black, and the 5-5 might be truncated. And if it's going to go lower, it's not going to be much. So we are approaching. So this wave 1 had done how many pips? Maybe about 50 pips. Yes, about 56 pips. Then wave 2 had gone in by more than 26 pips, or more than 28 pips to the upside. We are still not done. So let's this B leg, the B leg can get complex, as we have seen on the lower time frame. It can get complex, it can be simple, you can throw A, B, and a C before now doing a leg higher. So we're going to wait. This may take like 12 hours or a day to finish. Might take 12 hours a day to finish. Let's see how we're going to go. It might take between now and Wednesday before we change and we're moving up. It might get to Wednesday, might get to Wednesday, might get to Wednesday, might even get to Friday, but we'll just take it as it comes. But we are very close to the end of this wave. I think it shouldn't take eternity. Let's see what had happened. What had happened. So to have an idea of how many days we can have it take. Yeah, wave 3 from the 24th Wednesday till 25 Thursday. It took 24 hours to finish that. Then Friday to this just took in between, yeah, maybe less than, this is 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock, almost 24 hours to finish with 4. So let's look at we're completing this one in about 2 days. So it might take 2 days to finish. Maybe by Wednesday, you might be seeing rounding up and all of that here. So we'll take it. So this is 3-1 and 5-1 and then 5-2 in progress. We've not finished it, so we don't know the extent. And once we do that, we'll look at 5, the 3, the third wave breaking with the bottom again, going down, and see how we eventually complete. All right.